Join us as we spend the day with Transavia in the A320neo flight deck.
You heard that right. Today we're joining the French low-cost airline Transavia France on one of their brand new A320neo aircraft from Paris Orly to Rhodes, a Greek island, then back to Paris to give you all a glimpse into what it's like to fly on one of these multi-million-pound state-of-the-art jets. This is going to be a fun one, so buckle up, it's time to go flying.
50, 40, 30, 20, retard.
Okay, welcome to the A320neo flight deck at Sierra Juliet today. Just set up all of the action cameras. We've got the 360 camera up front and the GoPro on the left, so should be able to get some cool angles of this flight today, but I think we should get seated and get rolling.
So I'm Laurent, I'm a captain on Airbus 320. I'm in Transavia since 2011, 15 years ago. And the flight today to Rhodes is quite nice. Some turbulences forecast over the Alps. Flight time 2 hours and 35 minutes. And nice weather at the destination.
Hello, my name is Marie. I'm first officer in Transavia since 2024 and very pleased to join you on board for this flight to Rhodes today.
Le premier niveau est niveau 8-0, sécurité, donc on est versé à 2000 pieds, mais c'est à 2200 pieds. La transition c'est 5000, avant V1 ça sera stop, et à partir de 100 mètres et avant V1 ça sera pour toutes les cam alertes. La panne moteur, le feu. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, your captain speaking. Welcome on board on this Airbus 320neo from Transavia France. Our flight time today to Rhodes is 3 hours and 35 minutes. The weather of the flight is nice. It's quite bumpy 1 hour after takeoff, and then it's nice until the destination with a ground temperature expected of 28 degrees Celsius. I'll start up in a couple of minutes and I wish you a very pleasant flight.
Je l'écoute. Le code postal à je confirme que le groupe est un peu ok. On se fait par l'heure.
Paris. Paris.
Flex 57 SRS runway, open thrust at loop.
Check. Costa set.
Well, that's check. Zulu clear for takeoff runway 2419 delivery program. Clear for takeoff runway 24 for airplane 46 Delta Zulu. Entrée 73 kg, contactez le départ, bonne journée. Passe le flight, comment passe?
Initially for the flight, they kick off from Paris Orly towards Dijon, and then Switzerland. We fly Abim Geneva, and then over the Alps just now, And after the Alps, Italy, we follow all the Italy and we join the Greeks. The aircraft is flying by fly-by-wire and not by cable, like all the aircraft. Okay, you can see all the flight control, elevator, rudder, aileron, fuel. APU is off for the time. Air conditioning. All doors are closed. All slides are armed. You can see the brake temperature. All flight controls. And again, all engine parameters. And the input is from the side stick on each side. To navigate the aircraft, to fly the aircraft and to navigate, you fly this with this screen. Navigate as ND, all parameters for the engine and all systems. The philosophy of this Airbus is all in green work properly. It's a dark panel. If all lights are off, all systems are working properly.
For the autopilot, basically you have all the modes in the PFD, in primary flight display, so we can see which mode is engaged, and this part of the FCU, it's like hardware, and you can select your speed, your heading or your navigation, and here for the altitude, and then when the autopilot is engaged, you have, for example, captain is pilot flying, so AP1 is engaged. We can see it here, and also to check which autopilot is really engaged on the PFD, it's AP1. And then, as you can see here, we are in navigation mode, so we have our navigation here. And we are not in heading. The aircraft follow our route, and the next point it's Merel. So we are not in heading mode, so we are not following a track, we are just following a navigation. On navigation display we can see all the routes we will follow. As you can see here, you have all the airports around the route, and then our navigation. We have a range, so it's here it's on range 320 nautical miles, and I can reduce it to focus on the route. Here the blue circle, it's all the route. We will selected some airports where we can land safely in case of any failure, and I also put terrain modes that we can have all the terrain on the route, and the captain has the radar on these sides to catch the clouds and maybe thunderstorm if we have to avoid.
I just select Milano Malpensa, then Venice. After Venice, it will be Rome Fiumicino, and after I select other airport. But the aircraft is flying, but we know every time where we have to go, in case, as Marie said, in case of sick passenger. We receive a roster 4 weeks. We have always 4 weeks visibility on our roster, and we can make desiderata if you want to fly to a specific airport or specific routing. You can do it 2 times by month.
For me, I prefer a short flight because I think you are a lot of challenge and it's very quick. But I also enjoy to fly to Greece because the Greek islands is very nice airport and the approach is very beautiful. So it's also I like to fly short flights and also longer flights as Athens or Istanbul is very interesting airport and small island in Greece areas also very interesting.
One of my favorite approach is Madeira, Funchal. I don't know if you know. Okay, it's very tricky. It's a very technical approach. It's a very busy during the approach.
I think I saw somewhere that when you land in Madeira, you have to configure the aircraft early.
Early,
Okay.
sure.
So wheels down, flaps, everything before
Everything.
you start doing that circling
Before
approach into the runway. Okay.
Stand towards the runway. Yes. When I was young, I lived 500 meters from an airport, from a small airport with a small aircraft, and my father was also was a private pilot.
Okay.
So I've flown since I was 4. But I think for the young generation, if they want to become a pilot, I think there is two most important things. The first thing is to try to fly with someone in order to be sure that in the air it feel good. And the second thing is to perform the medical check to be sure to get the commercial pilot license.
Okay.
I dream to become a pilot since I have maybe 12 years old after a flight where I was able to enter in the cockpit and the pilot showed me a lot of things, all the autopilot, and when I debarked after the flight I said to my parents I want to become a pilot, and I never left this idea in my mind, and I worked very hard to achieve my goal. And if I had an advice to the young people, follow your dreams and never give up, because it's very hard to become a pilot, but it's one of the most desk for me in the world. So yeah, we have a beautiful view every day. It's a new day every day. So follow your dream, and yeah.
Right, heading 200, cleared for the VOR Yankee, runway 24, report established, final track.
Right turn 200 degrees, clear VOR approach 24 Yankee and report established, France Soleil 73 Kilo Zulu.
France Soleil 73 Kilo Zulu, are you established?
Affirm established VOR 24 France Soleil 73 Kilo Zulu.
France Soleil 73 Kilo Zulu, reduce to minimum approach speed and contact tower 118.2.
118 minimum approach speed, France Soleil 73 Kilo Zulu. Thank you, bye.
Gear down. Flaps 3.
Speed check.
Et
Flaps 3.
Oui.
Speed check.
Et flaps full dans la foulée.
Flaps full.
Autopilot off.
That's corridor 202, runway 24, cleared for takeoff, wind 250 degrees, 15 knots.
Runway 24, clear for takeoff, this is Canada 202.
France Soleil 73 Kilo Zulu, runway 24, clear to land.
Minimum.
24 clear to land, France Soleil 73 Kilo Zulu.
500.
Eject.
$100. $50.
Transavia 8 Golf, line up at way, runway 24.
20, retard.
Spoilers. Reverse green. Brake low. Diesel.
Et bien manual braking.
Check 70 knots.
Auto brake off.
Paris Orly 73 Kilo Zulu, vacate left via Charlie after vacating contact ground 11705. Yes, sir.
Left via Charlie and 11705, France Soleil 73 Kilo Zulu. Et ça sera clear right.
Oui, et c'est tout en gauche.
Ground France Soleil 73 Kilo Zulu, runway 24 vacated.
Paris Orly 73 Kilo Zulu, yes, continue via Charlie to the apron, stand 9.
Charlie and stand number 9, France Soleil 73 Kilo Zulu.
Parking brake set.
Appuyez du bleed on.
On a bien les 3 minutes.
Oui.
Ça déroule. C'est désarmement des
Parking brake or chocks.
Et bien parking brake set.
Engines.
Off.
Fuel pump.
Off.
Yellow electric pump.
Off.
Parking checklist complete.
Roger.
Alright, there you have it. We're now in Rhodes, just touched down. Looking very sunny outside. I think we should go and take a look at what's happening back there with the crew to see what the turnaround process is like for them.
Hello, so my name is Raquel. I am a purser in Transavia now for 3 years. Today, so as you know, we are in Rhodes. Actually, we are on the turnover. So we disembarked all the clients, also their luggages, of course, in the hold, and then we go back to Paris. We wait for the next clients to arrive. We arrived at 10 UTC time AM, and we go back. We should leave at 10:45, so we have 45 minutes to do it all the operation. So now it is 10:24. It means we arrived about 25 minutes ago, including when we landed and when we did the taxi till our parking stand. So it means in about 10 minutes we finished everything we had to do, and now we are waiting for the clients. So we should now leave in 20 minutes. So they should not be very far from here. Maybe they're waiting for the okay to tell them to come, and then we go back to Paris. In the galley we have Sarah. Yes. Who works with me, with the two of us. So in aircraft, galley is very compact. So we have to compact and to be very clear on what we have where. So we know where we can find everything. So for example, our sandwiches, we have it in one place here, everything fresh, of course, because it has to be fresh all day long, so they stay here all day long. And then we have, of course, where we can put our cups, everything we need for the service. And for example, toilets, we have one for the toilets except only, so we have everything. And then we have the big trolleys where we have all our food and beverage, what you can buy on board if you fly with a Transavia, so bottles of water, fresh drinks, and also the little snacking. Everything is everything has his place where, because we have to know where everything is and to do things more quicker. We have today a 3 hours flight, more than 3 hours, but sometimes we have flights like 50 minutes. It's really very quick, so we have to be very organized to to don't lose too many time trying to find anything. So we know everything where it is.
It's always really interesting to spend a day with a crew like this, especially obviously from the flight deck perspective, but also to be able to walk through the cabin and explore the plane when there aren't any passengers on board. It's a really cool feeling to be able to effectively have the plane to yourself, to have a little look around while the crew do their crew-related duties. The pilots are doing all of their duties in the flight deck for the return flight back to Paris. I think we should probably, I mean, we've done this before, but maybe we should check out the seat and see what the seat's like. All right, okay, let's take a look at the overwing exit. Obviously, standard procedures are. It's actually quite comfortable, to be fair. I mean, look, you've got plenty of legroom because it's an exit seat. Exits over there. Very nice. And then if we go a couple forward, you then have the standard seats, which are also relatively comfortable. I think these are Recaro seats. We've got the USB charging, USB-C in fact, cup holder, tray table, all of the usuals inside of the seat back pocket, ventilation in the overhead, reading lights, all of that good stuff that you need.
So during the turnaround pilot flying, I was pilot flying, I become pilot monitoring. So it's Marie becomes pilot flying, which is prepare the flight to return to Paris Orly. During this time, I made the walk around, as you can see, and we prepare all performances with all the distribution of the passenger. So with that, we can calculate the weight of the takeoff and the performances to take off. And we cross-check between us. You are ready, Marie?
Est-ce que tu vois des menaces?
Menaces sont petits pour arriver, pour se foutre les tableaux du relief, on va vraiment faire dessus des installations. Nous devons partir en terrain, comme tu veux, dans le bois, tu verras.
Tu peux le prendre,
Mesdames et messieurs, bonjour, votre commandant, je vous souhaite la bienvenue à bord de ce Airbus 320.
Parking brake released and we are clear to push facing east, and we have to extend the push until stand number 7.
Okay, correct. Confirm. Facing to the east, a beam stand number 7.
Affirm.
Ground to cockpit.
Yes, ground.
Clear to start engines.
Cockpit starting engine number 1.
Clear number 1.
Starting engine 1.
All ground equipment has been removed from area.
Cockpit. Engine 1 start is completed. You may disconnect and sign override. Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Thank you. Have a nice flight. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.
French Lake 21 X-ray Whiskey, taxi to holding point runway 24 via Juliet and Alpha. French Lake 21 X-ray Whiskey, wind is 240 degrees, 18 knots, runway 24 cleared for takeoff.
Runway 24 cleared for takeoff on the 21 X-ray Whiskey.
Approche passe clear.
Altitude 6,000 feet, Ryanair 261 Papa.
Ryanair 261 Papa, your clearance is correct. You have a slow time at 1120.
1120, Ryanair 261 Papa.
Manflex 61 SRS,
Easy 353, Alpha Quebec, stand 10, we'll be ready to push in 1 minute.
Poste 7.
Easy 53 Alpha Quebec, call me fully ready.
Tomjet 26 Golf Alpha, ready for departure.
1 knots.
Check.
Tomjet 26 Golf, copied.
B1, rotate. Positive climb.
Gear up.
Gear up.
Nav.
Check.
Otis Tower, Ryanair 64 Kilo Romeo, VOR Yankee 24.
Ryanair 64 Kilo Romeo, yes, continue approach number 1.
Continue approach, Ryanair 64 Kilo Romeo.
French Lake 21 X-ray Whiskey, contact Rhodes radar 127.250, yes, sir.
127.250, French Lake 21 X-ray Whiskey, bye.
French Lake 21 X-ray Whiskey, contact Rhodes radar 127.250, yes, sir. 127.250, French Lake 21 X-ray Whiskey, bye. 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 127.250, French Lake 21 X
Departure good afternoon for Soleil 2 on X-ray Whiskey, passing 1,500 feet.
French Orly 2 X-ray Whiskey, identified 1,500 feet. Right, and direct to Madex, climb flight level 240.
240 to right turn to Madex, from Soleil 2 on X-ray Whiskey.
Climb auto thrust 250 magenta.
Et check 2407.
Check. Et flaps 1.
Speed check. Flaps 1.
Check.
Cyprus 462, right heading 315, descent altitude 2,000 feet.
Right heading 315, descent altitude 2,000 feet, Cyprus 6, correction 462.
Tom 26 Golf, yes, as identified 2,000 feet on present heading, climb flight level 240, vectoring to Adesso.
Okay, maintain present heading, climb flight level 240, Tomjet 26 Golf.
So the briefing to the return flight to Paris Orly. As you can see, the routing to Paris Orly. Okay. We start takeoff from Rhodes and then Greek, Tirana, and then with Zagreb, Milano. We crossed the Alps. And we descend to Paris Orly. We expect a landing at 30 past 4, approximately on time. The cruise altitude 38,000 feet. And the consumption for this flight, I will show you. The consumption for this flight for distance of 2,600 kilometers. We fill tank of fuel of 8,600 liters. So the consumption per passenger is 2 liters by 100 kilometers by passenger. But the weather was nice during the first part. Then we feel some turbulences 20 minutes ago. And it's cloudy and rainy at destination with some thunderstorm around the airfield. So we will be quite busy during descent.
So there's potential thunderstorms on arrival?
Potential,
okay.
yes, please.
Great.
Okay.
So I noticed that you hand flew the aircraft up to around about 6,000 feet. Is there any particular reason for that, or are there any regulations that allow you to hand fly the aircraft up to certain altitudes? How does that work?
Yeah, with Transavia have a policy, and we can hand fly the aircraft until flight level 100. So I decided to keep manually around 6,000 feet.
So there is a good thing and an interesting thing that we do in Transavia in order to save fuel, in order to save life of our engine. And also for the noise. We have the procedure to start the taxi with only one engine, and we start the second engine during taxi. We do the same thing at arrival, and we can save 30-40 kilograms of fuel per flight. It's a very good procedure.
So this is a thunderstorm. We ask the controller vectors at heading 340 in order to avoid this thunderstorm. Okay.
Gear down. Ouais, bah je veux bien que tu me mettes aussi les hauteurs.
Charlie, contact ground, goodbye.
With ground, see you in a bit. You're about 94 Fox Charlie.
Conseil 21 X-ray Whiskey, piste 25, autorisé atterrissage, vent 150 degrés, 13 nœuds et efficacité de freinage, reportée médium et beaucoup d'eau sur la piste.
Reçu, c'est bien pris pour mon Soleil X-ray Whiskey, piste 25, autorisé atterrissage.
500.
Check.
100 above.
Check. Land.
Check.
Minimum.
Continue.
$100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. Retard. Retard.
Reverse green.
Avant 62 Alpha Golf sur la
Break low.
Check. Et manual braking.
Orly, bonjour, Air 162
Auto brake off.
160 nœuds, ILS 25.
Check.
Avant
Middle
62
reverse.
Alpha Golf, bonjour, pour CLS 25, 160 nœuds, 5 nautiques derrière 2737 et la piste est très mouillée.
C'est noté, on prend 160 nœuds, 162 Alpha Golf.
Soleil 21, X-ray, Whisky, disregard.
Vitesse 30 nœuds, c'est contrôlé.
Soleil 21, X-ray, Whisky, contactez le sol, au revoir.
Avec le top Soleil 21 X-ray Whisky, la piste est bien mouillée.
Et Tower, Soleil 47 Yankee Alpha, final, 25.
Sol, bonjour, Air Algérie 10-10, c'est Whisky 36.
Algérie 10-10, bonjour, votre poste Charlie 2, roulez Whisky Unité, Lima Unité.
Charlie 2, Whisky Unité, Lima Unité, Air Algérie 10-10.
Je ne pas trop, juste 4 nœuds.
Ah ouais,
Comme
bon,
ça,
allez, j'en
remonte.
garde un peu.
Comme ça, ouais, voilà. Vaut mieux regarder un peu quitte à...
Ouais, t'as raison.
Super. Super. Appuyez
Parking
plein.
break, 7 kilo électrique pompe.
Super.
Ça décroît.
Anyway, that's a wrap. Welcome back to Paris. What a cool experience. That was how many hours flight time in total?
Flight down to go 3 hours and 41 minutes, to turn back 3 hours and 45 minutes. Okay. So 7 hours and 25 minutes.
Okay, alright. And this, for you guys, this will be the end of your day?
It's
This is the end of your day?
Yes.
Okay.
For today it's
And then tomorrow you're straight back flying?
Yeah.
Alright, so there you go, 7.5 hours of flying in the jump seat of the A320neo, 7-month-old A320neo that Transavia has, Sierra Juliet. But yeah, in the back, the passengers are now disembarking the aircraft, and then it'll be our turn. The aircraft just needs to be shut down. Or in fact, is this aircraft going back out on another flight? A new crew will board this aircraft soon and then take it to somewhere else in Europe.
It was a pleasure for us to have you on board, and see you soon in Airbus 320 Transavia.
Alright, well there we go, that just about wraps up this trip with Transavia today to Rhodes and back. If you enjoyed it, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and of course, if you're new around here, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And maybe one day you'll be flying on Transavia's A320neo. Thank you very much for having me.
Next time, Dan, I want to cross you on an airport, and you're piloting an aircraft.
Okay, the next time you cross me in an airport, I'll be speaking French.
Oh,
Alright.